Hi, I'm Barbie, and welcome to the middle of the road. So, today we are going to talk about something besides Epstein. I know, we need a break. So, what I thought I'd talk about, a lot of people seem to be, because I've seen it more and more, this whole cloud seeding conspiracy thing that Kerrville wasn't because of natural causes, blah, 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 blah. And I told this gentleman today that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He needs to go back and he needs to take some of his high school science classes because evidently he didn't pay attention the first go around. But we've been talking about this crap, that this was going to happen since the 60s. And so, just to prove that point, I decided to do a quick little rundown of just some of the stuff that was passed in the 60s and why it was passed. And I did this, I figured that 1960 was the year I was born, so I might as well go ahead and start there, right? So, again, since the 60s, they have been telling you that we are going to end up with this kind of weather if we did not stop doing what we were doing. Everybody seems to think that, you were born yesterday, so evidently all the problems just all of a sudden came up yesterday. No, they didn't. They didn't. They have been around for 60 some odd years. 64 that I know of, that I've been around. It's the same thing. Every generation thinks that this is a new situation, and it's not. It's the same situation that's just happening over and over and over. And as it gets worse, everybody goes, oh my gosh, it's seed, it's the government, it's this, it's... Why the hell would the government want to kill its own people? Jesus freaking Christ, get some sense out there, people. So here's what we're going to do. Today, we are going to go through some of the acts, some of the things that we're telling you that we were going to have a problem down the road. Okay, so let's start in 1960. In 1960, air pollution started becoming a problem. In 1960, air pollution was starting to become a problem. So Eisenhower, before Kennedy was, elected, Eisenhower put in for a 2-year public health service study for air pollution from cars. Specifically, it was air pollution from cars, because they were starting to notice then that the lead in the gasoline was starting to screw up the environment. So they put in for a 2-year study. 1962, they held, and now this is President Kennedy. He held a White House conversation conference, and it was to preserve our natural resources, because what they were trying to do at the time, the same thing that they're trying to do now, is there were a bunch of people who wanted to get rid of some of our natural resources, and like some of our national forests and stuff like that. And people were wanting to go in there and just basically gut everything, rip it all out, just Mad Max it, basically. And so they did this conversation, and they decided that no, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to do responsible mining, to do responsible lumber collection. Be responsible about it. Don't just go in there and start tearing everything up, right? Preserve. We need the plants. Okay, so in 1963, there was the Clean Air Act, which gave $95 million for further studies and for cleanup efforts. In 1963, the Clean Air Act was put into place. 1963. This isn't crap that happened yesterday. They want you to think that this is all new. There's nothing new. This is shit we've been trying to fight for 50 years. And the people that are wanting us to give up on this fight is the oil industry. They are the ones that have been driving this. Their almighty dollar is the one that's been driving this. And the United States has been trying to protect the people, trying to keep us healthy. All right? So the Clean Air Act was done in 1963. 1964, the U.S. Surgeon General Luther T. Terry, he made the comment that man-made pollution is grave. Like it's going to kill us. 1964. I was only 3 years old when that man said that. Because I didn't turn, until later on in the year. So I was 3. Yeah, I was 3 years old when this man said that. 64 now. Let's see. It's not a new problem. 1965, President Johnson warns of a buildup of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. 1965. 65. Some of you, your grandparents weren't even born yet, depending on the age of your grandparents. But really, seriously, 1965, they were warning about the carbon dioxide buildup in the atmosphere. This is not new. None of this is new. They also, in 1965, they passed the Water Quality Act, the Noise Control Act, and the Solid Waste Disposal Act. Why? Because we started growing, and all of our garbage and all of our pollution and all of our stuff started growing with it. And then all of a sudden they started noticing that they were having problems with this, and this is changing and that's changing. And then they kept telling you that it's going to get worse. The weather's going to get worse. You keep screwing around, the weather's going to get worse. And I'll be damned. Here we are 65 years later from 1960 when all this shit got started. And you're acting like it's a conspiracy that there's a freaking storm out there that's 10 times worse than it was supposed to be because you didn't want to accept the idea that you were polluting the place. What the hell? What the hell? There is no conspiracy theory. This is shit that if you had paid attention to, and I'm talking to some of these people that are my age, that went to school with me, that know. And yet you sit there. I mean, it's like, okay, so have you got Alzheimer's already? Is senility coming in? Is that what the problem is? Your brain's not able to think right? You took the same damn classes, and in some cases, some of y'all, I was a good student, but some of y'all were actually better students than me. And yet you have completely forgot all that shit. All of it. This stuff happened. This stuff happened during our lifetime. We were raised with this, with the idea that if we kept going down this road, we were going to end up with these kind of storms. We were told over and over and over and over and over. Trying to see if there was anything else here that I went, oh, yes. You know the Sierra Club? Now, see, this tells you about the games that have been played. This is the shit we need to fix, all right? In 1966, the Sierra Club wrote a letter to the New York Times, an editorial basically, to the New York Times and to the Washington Post. And it was to stop the damming, get this, stop the damming of the Grand Canyon. How many of you have been to the Grand Canyon? How many? Millions. Every year, go to the Grand Canyon. We all get to go and enjoy it. Well, they were about to block it up. They were about to dam it up. Did you know that? All for money. Money for their pockets. Yep. So you know what the IRS did? When the very next day after that got published, the IRS took away their tax exempt status. What does that tell you? Another corporation, another with their hand with that politician, hand with them politicians. That's what needs to go. That's what needs to go. No. The corporations are what's killing America. Did you know that Pepsi and Coca-Cola went in together on the Keep America Beautiful thing so that they could put out a public service announcement while they were also advertising their shit because they were down in their profits? Not because they believed in keeping America clean. No. It was because of their profits. So, We're having a one topic day today, and this is it. Guys, go back. Go take a high school education science class. Go do something. Go learn something, because y'all have forgotten a lot of crap. And this stuff has been going on since the 60s. This is nothing new. They've been trying to tell you. So don't be acting all surprised now when your ass is flooding away. They tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen. Because if it's not happening to you, then you don't give a shit, right? Well, now it's happening to you. So, maybe put the blame where the blame lies. And maybe that's part on them, and maybe that's part on you for your ignorance of ignoring the signs, ignoring the messages, ignoring what people, the scientists, have been trying to tell you for decades now. Decades. Usually it's 28 days or 29 days before you break a habit or learn something or whatever that is. Yeah, y'all been studying this for a long time now, haven't you? Anyway, y'all have a good day. Try to, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out. Bye.